Proof of lineage reincarnation, the science, the stories, and the ancestral mystery. In every culture on Earth, there are whispers. Whispers that the past does not stay behind us, and that the blood running through our veins carries more than DNA. It carries memory, it carries story, it carries souls. Today we explore a theory that bridges science, ancestral wisdom, and the mysteries of consciousness, the Lineage Reincarnation Theory, the idea that we may be reborn not into random lifetimes, but into our own ancestral line. And perhaps your great-great-grandparents aren't only your ancestors, perhaps they were your past lives. The scientific hunt for reincarnation. Long before reincarnation was a trending topic, one man crossed continents to investigate it scientifically. Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychiatrist at the University of Virginia, spent nearly 40 years studying children who remembered past lives. Not dreams, not beliefs, memories. He documented over 2,500 cases, each investigated like a detective would analyze a crime scene. His approach was simple. If a child claimed they lived before, Stevenson checked every detail: names, addresses, family members, birthmarks, causes of death. Case studies that defied explanation. The case of Imad El-Awar, a young boy in Lebanon recalled dying in another village miles away. He named dozens of relatives, pet names and personal stories of a family he'd never met in this life. When Stevenson traveled with him to that village, the boy accurately identified the family home, the hiding place of a specific key, the exact location where the former self used to sleep. The accuracy was so detailed that the deceased man's family was overwhelmed. Stevenson concluded, these statements could not have been learned through normal means. Birthmarks and death wounds. Across Southeast Asia, India, and Alaska, Stevenson found children born with birthmarks that matched the fatal wounds of the person they recalled being. A Burmese child with 2 birthmarks matching entry and exit bullet wounds. A Thai boy born with a malformed finger, where a previous self had lost one. A girl in India whose birthmark aligned exactly with a chopped-off limb described in her memories. Stevenson published these in 20 cases, suggestive of reincarnation, and later in his magnum opus, the 2,268-page Reincarnation and Biology. The lineage pattern begins to emerge. Most people know Stevenson's research shows reincarnation might exist, but few notice something deeper. A strange number of cases involve children recalling past lives connected to their own family line. Stevenson encountered cases in which children claimed, I used to be your uncle. I was your grandmother. You named me after who I used to be. In some cultures, families openly expect this. In the Druze communities of Lebanon and Syria, Stevenson found many children who remembered being relatives within the same lineage. Why would this happen? Why return to the same bloodline? Stevenson didn't conclude this explicitly, but the data hinted at something profound. Souls may return where history, genetics, and emotional bonds align, the same family line. Dr. Jim Tucker, Modern Verification. Stevenson's successor, Dr. Jim Tucker, continued the research, focusing more on North American cases. One of the most famous, the case of James Leininger, a young boy who remembered being a World War II pilot named James Houston Jr. He knew the exact model of the aircraft carrier he flew from the names of squadron members, the way his plane was shot down. Official military records later verified his story. But buried in Tucker's archives are smaller cases, overlooked, where reincarnation stayed inside families. Children who recognized old family heirlooms, kids who recalled roles as family members who recently died, children who corrected family stories they shouldn't have known. Tucker notes that lineage reincarnation may be more common than documented because these stories rarely leave the family. Ancestral reincarnation in ancient cultures. The idea isn't new. Humanity has been whispering about it for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians believed the Kai, or life force, remained within the family line and could return to complete unfinished duties. Pharaohs often claimed they were reborn ancestors fulfilling dynastic roles. Norse and Viking cultures. Vikings believed the soul had components, one of which, the Hamingja, was passed down through the family line. Children named after ancestors were thought to carry their spirit. Hinduism. While reincarnation is typically universal, some texts describe samskaras, karmic impressions, running through genetic and familial lines, meaning a soul may return where karmic bonds are strongest. Kabbalistic Judaism. Rabbi Isaac Luria described Gilgal, the cycling of souls, and taught that souls often return to their root families to fix spiritual imbalances in the same lineage. Across continents and millennia, one idea repeats: souls return where the blood remembers them. Modern anthropology and DNA memory. Science is beginning to discover mechanisms that parallel the idea of ancestral return. Epigenetic inheritance experiences, trauma, fear, adaptation, can alter gene expression and be passed down. Scientists demonstrated this in mice trained to fear cherry blossom scent. Their offspring feared it too, without ever being trained. It's not reincarnation, but it shows that memory can be inherited. Genetic memory theory. Some neuroscientists propose that instincts, behaviors, or unexplained affinities may reflect inherited neural patterns. Combine this with reincarnation research, and a possibility emerges. The soul and the DNA may be partners. A soul may return where its memories, traits, and previous imprints already exist biologically, its own lineage. Why a soul would return to its own lineage? If souls do reincarnate, why choose the same bloodline? Familiar karmic patterns. Every family has themes: courage, artistry, addiction, leadership, secrecy. Returning allows the soul to master or heal these patterns. Emotional resonance. Love bonds don't disappear at death. They may pull the soul back into the same constellation of relationships. Unfinished business, a dream abandoned by an ancestor, may reappear as your life mission. Intergenerational healing. If a lineage suffers repeating trauma, the reincarnating soul may return as the one who can break the cycle. Spiritual evolution. Lineage reincarnation suggests the evolution of a soul and the evolution of a family, rising together across centuries. The implication for your life. If lineage reincarnation is real, then your life did not appear on a blank page. Your talents may be older than your birth. Your fears may be inherited memories. Your intuition may be ancestral wisdom resurfacing. Your mission might be part of a story centuries in the making. And your ancestors might still be here as you. We are more than bodies, more than names, more than stories we're told. We are chapters in an ancient book. A book written by our ancestors and rewritten by us again and again, lifetime after lifetime. If this perspective resonates with you, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who's exploring their spiritual journey. Thanks for watching. And remember, your soul is older than your name, and your story is far from over.